It started on a quiet winter morning. A small girl with tangled hair and tear-streaked cheeks sat by the window, her tiny fingers clutching a worn-out blanket. Beside her, on a soft pillow, lay a frail orange and white cat, her best friend. She wasn't just looking at a pet. She was looking at a soul she'd grown up with. And she knew, even at only 8 years old, what goodbye meant. This is not just a story about a child and her cat. This is a story about love so pure, it broke millions of hearts when the world saw it. Because sometimes, the quietest goodbyes are the loudest. Lily was 8 years old, a bright-eyed girl with paint smudges on her hands and a heart too big for her little chest. She lived with her mother in a small seaside town where the mornings smelled like salt and rain. Her father had left years ago, so most of her world was just her mother, her drawings, and a gentle cat named Milo. Milo wasn't just a cat. He had been with Lily since she was a baby, a tiny orange and white kitten placed in her crib by her grandmother. He'd been there for her first words, her first steps, her first heartbreak when her dad left. To Lily, Milo was more than family. He was her secret keeper, her comfort, her home. Milo would follow Lily to school gates every morning and wait until she came back. He'd curl beside her while she painted. He'd nuzzle her cheek when she cried. And in the little house on the edge of the town, everyone knew, where Lily went, Milo followed. Two souls, one small girl, one aging cat, tied together by something invisible and unbreakable. It began with small changes. Milo stopped climbing onto the windowsill. He stopped chasing the seagulls at the beach. He started sleeping more, too much. His once bright eyes became tired, his purr weaker. Lily noticed. She was only 8, but she noticed everything. One evening, as the sun bled orange into the horizon, she whispered to her mother, "Milo's not playing anymore. Is he sick?" Her mother tried to smile. "He's just getting old, sweetheart." But later that night, Lily overheard her mother on the phone with the vet. Words like, kidney failure, and not much time, floated through the air like knives. Lily didn't understand all the words. But she understood enough. The next weeks became a blur of vet visits, medicine, and whispered prayers. Lily would draw pictures of Milo healthy and strong, showing them to him as if he could step inside the paper and live there. "I'll make you better," she'd whisper as she stroked his fur. But the cat just blinked, tired but loving, as if to say, "I'm still here for you." Every night, she'd curl up beside him on the floor, even though her mother told her to sleep in her bed. Every morning, she'd wake up before dawn to check his breathing. It was love in its purest form, a child trying to hold on to what she couldn't keep. It was a Sunday. The sky was pale gray, the kind of color that feels like goodbye. Milo hadn't eaten for 2 days. He barely lifted his head when Lily came to him. She wrapped him in his favorite blue blanket and carried him to the window seat. For hours, she sat with him, singing softly, her small voice trembling. Her mother knelt beside them, tears in her eyes, but she let Lily hold him. "Milo," Lily whispered, "remember the beach? Remember my drawings? Remember me?" And then, as the tide rolled in far away, Milo's breathing slowed. His paw, once so warm, grew still in her hands. Lily pressed her forehead to his and said the only thing her heart could find. "Thank you." Milo took one last, soft breath. And he was gone. Lily's mother, devastated but proud of her daughter's courage, posted a small note with a picture online. "My little girl said goodbye to her best friend today. 8 years together. This was their final moment." The photo showed Lily, holding Milo in the blue blanket, looking out the window as the winter light poured in. It went viral within hours. People around the world, strangers, cried as they saw it. Some left comments. "I can feel her pain. I lost my cat last year. This broke me. She's teaching us all what real love looks like. News outlets picked up the story. Artists drew pictures of Lily and Milo. Letters arrived at the small seaside home from people who had never met her but felt connected to her pain. Lily didn't fully understand the internet. But she understood this. Her Milo was gone. And yet, somehow, his love was still reaching people. Weeks passed. The house felt too quiet. No paws on the floor. No warm body at her side. At night, Lily would still look at the spot on her bed where Milo used to sleep. One evening, her mother found her drawing again. This time, it was a picture of Milo as a big, bright star in the sky, shining above a little girl holding a cat-shaped balloon. Her mother knelt beside her. "You miss him?" she asked. Lily nodded. "But I think he's still here. Just, not where I can see." Her mother hugged her tightly. "That's because love doesn't go away. It changes. But it doesn't go away." Years from now, Lily would still remember Milo. She would remember the weight of his paw in her tiny hand. The sound of his purr against her heart. The way he stayed by her side when she felt alone. And those who saw their story online would remember too. Because it wasn't just a story about a little girl and a cat. It was a story about all of us, about how we love, how we lose, and how we keep going. Sometimes, the quietest goodbyes are the loudest. Sometimes, the smallest hearts carry the biggest loves. And sometimes, it takes a dying cat and a brave little girl to remind the world of the beauty of saying goodbye with grace.